What's up, guys? If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Also, please smash that like button on the video and enjoy the show. But, you know, moving on to the bullets and away from that, second one, probably Grassy Knoll. I'm forgetting it right now. There's one. The first one goes through the neck.
Mm-hmm.
The second one
goes wide.
Goes wide. That's
yeah, and
right.
it strikes the curb. If you're driving in the limo, if you're riding in the limo, God help us, it goes wide right, according to the Warren Commission, and strikes the curb. And you've got a bystander that's over there, and he's injured. It's
hit by the bullet.
A fragment. A fragment kicks up and injures that individual. And then the third shot is the kill shot. It's the headshot. Not that this wasn't a kill shot. Okay, this is.
He could have lived from that, though.
He could have. He would have been in a greatly diminished state. But I don't know, because we didn't examine the organs of the neck.
Yeah, I was going to say, what if you were able to stop the bleeding and get him to emergency surgery? What? It's not like it's going through the heart or anything.
No, but you know, you're going through a very vascular area in there in the neck. So I don't know what was clipped. I don't know if they could have gotten to that to kind of stem the flow of things. What would be the possibility that he could survive that? I have no idea. We'll never know, because we don't know enough about the extent of the trauma in that area, since it was a limited dissection.
But if the second one misses wide, now when they said wide right on the Warren Commission, they're trying to say it's from behind wide right. Right? And it hits the curb.
Wide left. If you're going from the rear.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
so they're
left.
saying wide left, but
Yes.
it would be wide right if you're looking from the Grassy Knoll.
Yes. Yes, it would. So if you're firing, if an individual were to have fired from the Grassy Knoll, it would, that's the big question, is what happened to that particular round? Did it just disintegrate, or did it, you know, what was the status of that round? And again, you've got this, as I alluded to, you've got this little metal storm that's taking place inside the cranial vault. You know, you can see it,
right,
you know, demonstrated on the X-ray at that point in time. There were several assessments that were done from a ballistic study. I think probably one of the most curious ones, I think it was CBS. I can't remember what year was that, 66, where you know, they set up a moving target from a tower, and they have this thing. If you ever get a chance to check out this video, it's pretty interesting. Where they've got this. It's almost on a rail, where they've got this target that is moving away from the book depository, or what would have been approximating the height of the book depository. So if we're, you know, you've got this. These individuals that are firing down range at this target that's moving away, and they were attempting to demonstrate if this was or was not possible. And then there was an FBI analysis, there was a CIA analysis, and then the CIA differed from what the FBI came up with. Initially, I think the CIA had, and we didn't find out this until years later, that they felt as though that there was a shot that came from forward of the vehicle toward the president.
Whoa! So not the Grassy Knoll.
No, it would have probably approximated the Grassy Knoll.
The CIA.
Yeah. One of their ballistic studies had. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The
CIA.
The same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How many years later was that?
I'm not really sure, to tell the truth. I don't know. That'd certainly be something to take a look at.
Because that is one of the great misconceptions when you're talking about the potential sinister nature of this case, that even I still accidentally make the mistake of. We all do when we say it out loud, and we quickly just go, CIA killed him or whatever. This was a lot of the people who are suspects here don't just involve, you know, like your, at that point, former director Alan Dulles, but of CIA, but also like the Curtis LeMays, like guys in the military who do work with the CIA as a part of their job in the government. But like, this wasn't, point being, this was like a full potential conspiracy at its peak, if that's indeed what it was.
Yeah, and isn't that interesting that you begin to think about how many people would have had to have been involved at it, and so many levels. You know, you're thinking, you know, how is it possible to get to get each one of these agencies kind of coalescing around this one thing, this one goal, moving forward? I don't know. Maybe it only takes a few, kind of like Caesar, where it only took a few senators, you know, in order to facilitate this. And they were all in one accord, at least the ones that showed up with daggers. Who knows? And how many people knew about it before it was going to happen, referencing Caesar. It's hard. It's very, very difficult for more than one person to keep a secret. You know, and that's one of the things that you're kind of left with in all of this. You know, how can you have the totality of the steaming pile of crap that this investigation is? Is it just dumb luck that if you have a group of conspirators that they're also going to have the Keystone Cops that are handling this thing at the same time, that you just happen to fall ass backwards into it, and it, you know, all of your wildest fantasies come true, everything that you had planned? How does that actually work out? Hey
guys, can I ask you a small favor? So in the month of September, if you look at this chart to my right, if you're watching here on YouTube, you'll see that 84% of the watch time that we had on this channel was from people who were not subscribed. And so it's no coincidence that we started to have a big problem getting episodes successfully into the YouTube algorithm throughout September and October, despite the fact that they were performing well by almost every other metric. Frankly, it's because I have been remiss on asking you guys to subscribe to the channel, so that's on me. That said, if you don't mind, please take 1 second, hit that subscribe button here on YouTube so that we can grow this show, get great guests to come in here, and put out more podcasts. Well, if you create multiple intermediaries, it gets things confusing. So if I, forget the Kennedy assassination for a second, if I pay a guy to go talk to another guy with the order that he's going to go talk to another guy who's going to go give a final order to another random dude somewhere to cross the street in New York City on 42nd Street at this time on Wednesday. And when he does that, he happens to do it at a perfect time that 5 minutes later somebody gets shot. There's too many layers there for even the people to be questioning it. You create a realm of uncertainty that people may not even be like, wow, was I involved with that or wasn't I? Like, they may not even know.
Right.
Now, there's some of it where there has to be people on the ground who are aware of what's going on. When Jack Ruby comes out and shoots Lee Harvey Oswald, he knew what he was doing. And there, you know, that's a whole different level right there. Thank you for watching the video, guys. Please hit that subscribe button and check out this clip's full podcast episode by clicking here or in the description below.